What's up, guys? It is Offensive Seahawks fan back with another video, and today I know it's like right before the awards are supposed to be out. They're out on Thursday. Today's Tuesday, but I'm giving you my NFL award predictions. We got the MVP, we got the Coach of the Year, we got the Comeback Player of the Year, we got Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year, and maybe I'll sprinkle in some made-up awards. But those are the main awards, so let's waste no time. Let's start with the Comeback Player of the Year. Alright, before I start reading off these awards, I'm reading them off a Google Doc because it's just easier for me, because I don't really know why. It's just easier for me to explain myself if I'm reading off of something. But anyways, the Comeback Player of the Year is Baker Mayfield, quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Having led the Bucs to several comeback victories this season, Baker Mayfield has become known for keeping his cool in the clutch, but the news has been dominated by his comeback this year. Mayfield, who is playing for his fourth team in less than 18 months, signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in March of last year on a fucking prove-it deal. A 1 year, $468 million deal? I don't remember. But in his first season in Tampa Bay, he helped lead that team, who was supposed to be garbage. Everyone thought they were going to be fourth place in that division. Me included. I said they might get like 4 wins this year. No, he helped the Bucs win the NFC South and beat down the Eagles in the wild card round. In the NFC wild card game. That is big ball energy right there, Baker. And he is going to be around in Tampa for a much long time, I think. He has deserved an extension. He deserves this award. Alright, and for my Coach of the Year, it's not Dan Campbell. It is DeMeco Ryans, head coach of the Houston Texans. I know what you're going to say. But Dan Campbell helped the Lions go farther. Look, I know. I agree with that, okay? But the thing that made me take him over Dan, like, really specifically, the Lions had expectations. The Texans, I don't think they had any expectations. At least as far as I'm aware, they didn't have any expectations. Under Ryan's leadership, the Texans, who had won only 11 games in the previous 3 seasons combined, finished 10-7, won the AFC South, won a playoff game, destroyed the #1 defense in the NFL in only his first season in charge. And that team is young. It was mainly rookies doing the damage. CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, Will Anderson. And plus, all that in the same draft. Oh my God, is that amazing or what? Having the balls to not have a first-round pick this year, trading back up after getting your franchise quarterback to get your franchise defensive powerhouse playmaker. It's absurd. And it's paying off. 100% it is paying off right now as we speak. And the most amazing thing Ryans and his coaching staff accomplished in 2023, besides all that I just mentioned, was arguably turning over Houston's terrible culture so rapidly. No one wanted anything to do with Houston, Texas. DeMeco Ryans came in, brought some reinforcements from San Francisco, and turned that ship around immediately. Sure, they might have started off a little spotty, but they got hot at the right time, the exact time you wanted to get hot, and they stole that division from Jacksonville as they were in a freaking implosion. DeMeco Ryans, you are my Coach of the Year. Alright, and for my Offensive Player of the Year, this was another close one between 2 people, Tyreek Hill or Christian McCaffrey. But at the end of the day, I'm picking 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey. Why, you may ask? No brainer. Let's see. 1,459 rushing yards. That's the most in the NFL. 564 receiving yards. 21 total touchdowns as well, over 2,000 all-purpose yards. And he has been the most important player on the 49ers since he has been with them since like mid-season of 2022. I mean, that's pretty good enough to be the offensive player of the year. Alright, and now for my defensive player of the year. This was really close. There's 3 people in mind that really do deserve this award. It's TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, and Micah Parsons. But the man I'm going with is Steelers pass rusher, outside linebacker, whatever the hell you call him. It's TJ Watt. I mean, let's see, 15 games, 1 pick, 17 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, 41 solo tackles. I mean, he could probably take on a whole offensive line with his bare hand. He's one of those guys that you have to game plan how to, like, be able to like, get around this guy. Like, how are we able to game plan to keep this guy away from our quarterback? You can't. He's a beast. He's one of the best pass rushers the NFL will probably ever see when it's all said and done. He can get in the backfield like that. Like the second the play is snapped, oh, you're already on the ground because TJ Watt just shrugs over his guard or tackle or tight end, whoever is trying to block him. He just shrugs over them and just squishes you like a carrot or a tomato or something. He's that good, and he should be this year's Defensive Player of the Year. Alright, and now for my Offensive Rookie of the Year. There's really only 2 choices you could have. It's either CJ Stroud or Puka Nacua. And I'm going with, drumroll, Texans quarterback CJ Stroud. Absolute no-brainer in my mind, at least. It seemed like he broke a record, like, every game. At least for me, it felt like that. Even though most likely he didn't, but it felt like he did. This 22-year-old, who was already getting slandered in the offseason for not doing good on the cognition test or whatever that is, that does not mean he's an idiot and he will suck at football. Who cares about a damn test score? It's about what he does on the field and what he can do for his team. That's all that matters. Not a test score, okay? And CJ Stroud became the youngest quarterback to ever win a playoff game. Let's see. He had 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, 64.5 completion percentage. I mean, what else does this dude got to do besides also break almost every record, most likely? He joined Tom Brady and Joe Montana as the only quarterbacks to lead the NFL in passing yards per game and touchdowns to interception ratio in a season. He also helped drag that team out of the depths of hell with people like Nico Collins, who had an extremely breakout year, Tank Dell before he got injured, who was a dog, Dalton Schultz, Devin Singletary, Robert Woods. Do I need to go on? I don't even know if his offensive line is good or not. I mean, Larry Tunsil's a dog. That's really all I know from their offensive line. And, I mean, this guy has one of the best arm talents I have seen in a while. Remember, I've been watching football 5 years, so I'll say that like probably almost every time I see something amazing or something like that. But yeah, CJ Stroud is my Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, so for my Defensive Rookie of the Year, call me a biased tool bag because I'm a biased tool bag for this, most likely. It's Devon Witherspoon, cornerback of the Seattle Seahawks, the number 5 overall pick. I do not care if Jalen Carter is Jalen Carter. I really don't. I'll just say this. If Witherspoon wasn't a Seahawk, I wouldn't be picking him. But since he's a Seahawk and since I'm biased, I'm picking him for this award. He led the team and finished 5th in the NFL in passes defended with 16. Let's see, 3 sacks, an 97-yard pick six against the Giants. And he is the only rookie and one of 7 players to reach those numbers in sacks, tackles for loss, and passes defended since passes defended became a stat in 1999. I mean, he is feisty. He has great energy on the field. He is very competitive. He has great ball skills. He's a great blitzer. He is very smart for his age. He understands concepts and spacing, and he is one of the best lockdown corners, most likely, right now. I mean, the second he started playing against the Lions, there wasn't a doubt in my mind that he was going to be great for years to come for this team. He is what Seattle has needed since the departure of Richard Sherman. We got that man, and we're going to have him for a fucking long time, I hope. Devon Witherspoon, you are my Defensive Rookie of the Year. And finally, my NFL MVP this year is none other than Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. Once again, another close one between others like Josh Allen, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, but I already gave him his award, Dak Prescott, all those people. But for me, it's Lamar Jackson. 16 games, 3,600 yards, 24 touchdowns, with career highs and completion percentage was 67.2, yards per completion with 8. He also led the Ravens rushing with 821 yards because they didn't really have a true number one rusher. J.K. Dobbins went down. Keaton Mitchell went down. For whatever reason, they got Dalvin Cook, who didn't do anything. Melvin Gordon also doesn't do anything. I mean, Gus Edwards, he's good. Justice Hill, he's a goal line guy. But Lamar is that rushing offense. And their offense was strictly with Lamar's legs, if that makes sense. It was oriented around his legs. 5.5 yards a carry as well, with another 5 touchdowns. Reason why I'm picking him over other people like Josh Allen and Brock Purdy. Lamar doesn't have the weapons that Brock Purdy has. He doesn't have the weapons like Josh Allen has. He has old and brittle Odell Beckham, can't catch a ball Nelson Aguilar, Mark Andrews, who got injured in like week 10 or something. Some of his running backs weren't really that like reliable. And Zay Flowers, who is good, he is definitely a top 3 rookie receiver, but just sometimes he couldn't really do it, if you know what I mean. But so it's why I'm choosing Lamar. I know some of my reasonings for why I give certain players awards are kind of nitpicky. That's why they're my predictions also. And Lamar Jackson, I always get into this argument with my dad. I always say Lamar is going to be the best rushing quarterback of all time. I think he already is. I really don't care if he's only him because like Michael Vick and Tyrod Taylor and Colin Kaepernick and those people. I really don't care. I really don't. He became the first quarterback to rush for 700 plus yards in 5 straight years. And I mean, there's really nothing else I could do to say that Lamar's the MVP. He can also extend plays like there's no tomorrow. If he can't find anyone open, he'll just maneuver around in the pocket till he either finds someone or just eventually says, F it, I'm taking off. See you later, goodbye, because you can't catch me. Lamar, you're getting your second MVP. And I would understand if you pick like Brock Purdy or Josh Allen or those other people. I understand it. But for me, Lamar has this award on lockdown and has had it on lockdown since beating down the Niners with the help of his defense. But since that game on Christmas, he has been my MVP. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!